Ladies and gentlemen, something a tad bit different, and you have to excuse the mess here. This is my garage, which I have converted into a storehouse slash toyland slash an episode of Hoarders, if you can see by the mess here. So, one thing I wanted to talk about is one of my favorite toy lines, and it's a toy line that's not really talked about a whole lot. Everyone talks about, all sorts of action figures, 3 3/4, the 4 inch, the 5 inch, the 6 inch, 1/6, you name it, GI Joe, Star Wars, and all that. But there's one line that no one ever really talks about, and I think it's one of the greatest toy lines that's come out in a long, long time of what it is. And for example, that line is Imaginext. Now, this is all geared to, I want to say, toddlers, a certain age group. But it's one of those toy lines that's actually, it's very vast. And it can be collectible because there's a lot of, they repaint everything. They'll take like the Batmobile where it's going to sound funny, blue and black. It'll actually be blue and black. They'll reverse the colors and you'll have another variant. Stuff like that all the time. And they'll reissue things, left and right to accommodate. One thing that they did is this is a Wizards playset. And you got some Imaginext Wizard figures. They repainted this and made this, and I don't have one handy. It's way back there. They repainted this into Power Rangers Rita Repulsa's lair. But one thing I wanted to show, it's got a little dungeon here. Well, it's got a dungeon scene. And if you know your toys at all, or you've actually seen this before. This is actually in Grayskull. That's actually the decal that's in the trap door up in the original Castle Grayskull, which pays a very nice homage to it, which, again, a lot of toy lines you don't really get to see the homage of old school, with the new type of, school of toys. One thing about Imaginext is the variety of figures. Now, most of it's superheroes, like you get Batman, Joker, Superman, all that. Mostly DC, hardly no Marvel. However, if you want the Marvel, you have to get like the play school versions, which real close in size. Maybe a tad bit smaller, but different sizes of people, which it all works out. But the vast different types of figures. You can get like female, which to me was Amelia Earhart, right off the bat, stuff like that, even historical. But one thing about the figures that I personally like about this line is they pay homage, and it's basically the adventure people of the 70s, but in Imaginext form. Adventure people, if you know what they are, 3 3/4 line. I have almost 3 complete sets of the adventure people, and 45 years later, you can still find it occasionally. Because they had a whole range of figures, but the 3 3/4 ones also had a spaceman, and Imaginext came out with one, which is basically a Imaginext version of an adventure person spaceman, which I thought was very, very cool. And there's other figures that they pay homage to, which I thought was really a really fantastic thing to do. But anyway, it's one of those, again, toy lines, turtles. I do like real well, mine, GI Joe 3 3/4, 6 inch. But the Imaginext line is something that you just don't get to, even, Jurassic Park, Of course, you know, you do get the scaled dinosaurs that go for the 3 3/4 ones, but, you know, Imaginext too, you know. But it's a versatile, it's almost a kind of addictive in a way, is the Imaginext, because there's so much variance, and it's one of those, no one ever really talks about it. It's I think just a fantastic line, and that's just skimming the surface of what they create. And one thing about toys is playability. I think I don't care for working features on a toy. I think it should be you know, no sound, no firing, projectile. I just want to be able to, you know, play it, use your imagination, make your own noise and all that. But anyway, that's something, I may have to do a video on something like that, the different types of action features. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to show that. And if you can see back there is the Hall of Doom. And I've been slowly getting all the Legion of Doom characters to go with it. That's a personal one, not for sale, but anyway, it's just something I've been I've been wanting to do for a while, is show Imaginext, which again, a toy line that no one really talks about, and I think is just absolutely a fantastic line. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. In here in the episode of Hoarders, excuse me, slash toy room slash warehouse slash one big mess. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Stay tuned for next exciting episode.